Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. I want to talk about the disease of alcoholism. So many people don't understand this. So I thought this morning of a really simple way to explain it. Alcoholism is a physical and mental disease. It affects you both physically and mentally. And a lot of people think if we clean up the physical part, that it's smooth sailing. But that's not the case, because the mental part is the problem. It's not really that hard to get sober or to sober someone up. You take them, you put them in the hospital or a detox place, and you give them some meds, and you slowly taper them down, and they're clean. Why, what's the problem there? Because they're thinking. That's why they walk out of the hospital to get loaded. They have someone bring in drugs into the hospital and shoot it into their drip. Yes, that happens all the time. And it's the thinking why people walk out of treatment. Why would you walk away from getting clean and sober if it was ruining your life and making you sick and you're going to die? Because the mental problem, it precedes the physical problem. People that clean up and get sober and they relapse do that stone cold sober. They're not drunk when they did it. It's the thinking that's the problem, the real culprit. People are dying from the physical aspects because the thinking won't let them change, won't let them get help. That being said, the physical aspect we could handle. The mental aspect we can't. It's a mental disease. Mental illness, right? The fix for that, the answer, the solution to so many of us, maybe not everybody, but for the majority of people on the planet that really suffer gravely from this disease, the answer is not a mental answer. It's an answer of action. It doesn't matter what you know. It doesn't matter what you understand. It doesn't matter how many issues you have that you think are making you drink. It's what you're going to do about it. Action, right? You got a mental problem and the answer is action. And those two things don't seem to want to mix. People want to think about the problem. People want to think about, they'll pay someone to listen to them talk about their issues that make them drink, but they won't do anything about it. This is the key. Whether you understand this or not, if you do this, it will change your thinking. That's the problem. No one wants to do this. They will even, as I said yesterday, fly to Mexico and take hallucinogenics that might drive them into a state of schizophrenia or suicide before they'll do the program of action required. And it's so easy, but no one wants to do it. They don't want to do it because it requires a smashing of ego, some humility. It involves helping other people, and nobody wants to do that. Everybody wants to think about themselves, their problems, their situations. Like I said, they'll pay people to listen to them, right? This is why I drank. I got abandonment issues. I've been molested as a child. I get those are issues, right? I understand that. But knowing that will not keep you sober. I know that. I worked in a treatment center. I saw people that were more in touch with their feelings and their trauma than anybody on the planet, and they couldn't stay sober. And then I saw people that just actually did the action of recovery, and they seemed to be able to be clean and sober, and therefore address their issues. The problem is mental problem. Program of action is the answer. You got to get yourself not to think. The thinking is the problem. You need to ask for help and let someone else give you the suggestions. And they're not going to seem right. They're going to seem crazy. They're going to seem not for me. And I bet you stay sober. So give it a try. Those answers are in your local AA 12-step meeting room. NA, AA, CA, CMA, all those AAs, all those 12 steps that talk about helping others. Service. It's all it is. Really so simple. So if you're perplexed at why someone can't stay sober in your life, or you can't stay sober, that is the answer. That is why. Thanks. Bye.